Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're ready to roll, man.
This feels weird.
It does. Let's see how this goes. Why is he opting out? Oh, that's so weird. Anyways, sorry. It's weird.
His idea, and he's not going to do this anymore, guys. Episode 68.
Yeah.
Hello, good folks. In the building,
Uh-huh.
we have Darren.
Bim. I like the
So, Jen, after 68 episodes, unfortunately, isn't here this week.
She finally gets a break.
Right. She out of town. So, we tried to get a stand-in, but apparently nobody could fill Jen's shoes.
But Darren, why find a stand-in when you could just stand out?
You're right. Ooh. Man, that was smooth.
Come on, cuz. Nah, Jen is doing her thing,
Yes.
boss shit, you know what I mean? She out the state making moves. So here we are. And Darren is fitting because this is Father's Day weekend.
Yes.
Yes, today is, what's the date? The 14th?
Today's the 13th.
13th? One of those. So it's Father's Day weekend. So we can represent for all the dads out there, man.
Yes.
Shoot. So happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day, brethren.
To all the men out there holding it down. God bless you.
Yes.
You know you're doing
That
it.
goes for fathers and stepfathers.
Oh, for sure.
Yes.
For sure.
you're
And adoptive fathers? Well, they would be
Adoptive
official
fathers.
dads too, right?
Yeah. If you're a father in some capacity, we celebrate you.
Word. Oh, grandfathers too.
Yes,
Yeah.
grandfathers as well.
Heavy.
Yes.
Heavy.
Soon to be fathers as well.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I think it's a cultural thing that's like bad luck to say Happy Father's Day to somebody who's like say they're expecting.
Yeah.
But I always
That's a bad luck thing?
supposedly like according to Haitians, I think.
Haitians wilding.
Yeah, they do.
They say that because they don't want to claim the kid.
Wow.
Kidding.
Wow.
Kidding.
Happy Father's Day. No. Mm-mm. Not yet. I don't know if that baby mine. I don't know. Don't tell me that yet.
Yo, speaking of kids, my son on Monday graduated or progressed out of the 8th grade. Yes, thank you.
Wow.
Thank you. Yeah, I know.
He's going into high school?
Yeah, man.
Crazy.
Yeah, man. So officially,
He's a freshman.
officially a freshman. So he has from whatever Monday all the way until September because Cheshire Academy starts like first or second weekend. Graduation, driving there, I was like, I'm going to cry. I don't want to cry.
We're going to cry.
But I kept it in.
Yeah.
And when they called his name, I let out 3 emphatic yes! To which the white folks were baffled as to what the fuck.
How did he make that noise?
And it was so, yeah! Dylan, yeah! I was so hyped, yo. I was so hyped. It's my son.
Margaret, did you hear that? Who made that?
Oh, it's so great.
Was that a...
So
They
great.
all- your poor son was probably embarrassed.
No, he knows how his dad gets down.
All right.
He don't care about them people. Look at what he said to me, right? So he had a graduation party on.
He don't care about those people.
He don't. So mind you, he went to school with these people since kindergarten.
Yeah.
All that shit, playing baseball with them and all.
Yeah.
And he had a graduation party on Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
So I hit him. I said, "Yo, how was the party?" The next day. And he said, "Yeah, it was cool. You know, everybody was sad, and my son cusses now, so I just have to, I have to accept it." So
let go, let God.
he sent this via text. Pretty good. Everyone was all sad and shit. I laughed, and he said, "But I was all smiles." He could give 2 shits about any
Smiles with a
people.
Z, I'm sure.
He doesn't care. He doesn't care. He's ready to move on, meet new people, and be around some people of color for once.
That's
So,
awesome.
yeah, he's kicking it, man.
You're...
Yeah. I was hyped, Darren.
I mean, was it one of those graduations that like, please hold your applause until the end?
No, thank God, because I wouldn't have held my applause. Throw me out. My son already crossed
Throw
me.
me out.
I don't care. Do you follow those instructions?
I try to.
You seem like that.
I do because I don't.
Who cares?
I know. I try not to embarrass. I'm embarrassing enough as it is. You know what I mean? Like everybody knows whose child is mine.
See, you're Stevie Wonder.
So
you can't miss him.
So yeah, it's pretty much known. But at the last award show that Celeste Care,
Come on now. Yaffy. When else can we just like publicly show that in front of others? Screaming from a mountain.
You're right.
It's my child.
Right.
None of this golf clap bullshit.
You're right, though.
Let it out. From the bowels.
From your loins.
From your loins. Scream it.
You're right, though. You're right.
Shit.
Congratulations to Dylan.
Thanks, yo.
Welcome to high school life. That's different. It's a different animal.
It makes me feel old. Actually, and I could probably get some game from you. Like you said, because who said it? I don't know if it was his mom or Drina. I can't remember who, but they said so. In this stage of life, you introduce significant others, a job, and then potential life steps. Okay, I'm not ready, so I'm sitting there like, damn, like. My son's gonna be making income potentially. Got it. He's gonna be working. He has to start thinking about what he wants to do in life. Yeah. You know, so like I actually hit him and said, I want him to learn about investing early. So I told him about my Snapchat stock and you know how that performed and why I bought it because I saw his activity. So I told him start looking at stock or apps that you think. Are cool, and we'll research it, and if it looks good, whatever he puts up, I'll match it, and we'll buy some stock. Wow. Yeah, I want him to get into it. I want him to start learning about that stuff early. Wow. Yeah, why not? That's
pretty amazing.
Yeah.
That's good dad stuff.
Yeah. Good dad stuff.
No, not me. My kids tell me what they want. Well, so so with Alexis, she comes to us, and she's already thinking about college.
Nice.
And what she wants to do, and the career path she wants to take, and she knows she likes the science, and she knows she likes math, and yada yada yada. So to see her go back and forth, think about it, it's like, yo, you're way better off than I was. I didn't start thinking about college until like end of junior year.
Facts,
right?
Super facts.
So the fact, I mean, for them to develop that drive on their own, I think is amazing. But for you to instill it before, as a developing it, is pretty dope too. So
yeah, because I say myself now, and I think we said in conversation, if we knew what we know now about real estate and other stuff, savings, earlier, we would have been straight.
Yes.
So why not tell my 13-year-old, hey, let's talk about investing in stock? Because if he gets into it early, or even if we buy a few shares in something, it doesn't need to blow up into an Amazon type stock. But you know that couple $100 investment can turn into something, and he's learning. He can download the app, watch the activity, see what goes into it, and then on his own be motivated to get into more of that. So yeah, why not?
Kudos to you, brother. Ben.
Thanks, man. I'm trying, man. Trying to do it from a distance. You know, it's tough not being right there, so I got to do what I can. You know, via my land.
Oh. Proud dad moments. Look at this.
We out here. Happy Father's Day.
So my son is potty training.
And
he's actually doing really good. He's like maybe 98% of the way done.
So where's the 2%? Is that in the bed? Is what?
No, the bed he's fine, but sometimes he'll just like if he has to do number 2, he'll like go hide in the corner. So you have to catch him. Like he knows he has to use the toilet, but he doesn't want to use the toilet. He's scared. So you have to like, come on, let's go sit down. You have to put him on the toilet and let him like he's gonna fight you. No, and then he'll let it out and then feel much better, right? But the funny thing that nobody tells you about being a father of a little boy is he'll wake up in the morning and he'll be like squeezing his little thing, and he'll be like, "It's hard." When you see his face is like confused.
Yeah,
he's like, "It's hard." So it's like, I'm like, "Baby, it's okay. Like it's normal. Like it's okay if it's hard." And he's like, still like, but it's hard, right? So I'm in the room getting dressed, and I hear him talking to Clarabelle, and he's like, "It's hard." She's like, "I know, baby." He's like, "It's normal."
Oh, I love that kid.
So
I love that kid.
Yeah, nobody prepared me to have to explain to my son, you're gonna get erections for no good reason.
For no reason. It's so unfair.
It's unfair.
It's so
not
unfair.
Right. And his poor face is all confused, like, it's hard, but why?
So. For the rest of your life, you will have that confused face when you're presenting in a boardroom for no reason.
It will come in handy at times. Don't get us wrong.
Super facts.
So
So I feel older because I have a 13-year-old, and that's a reminder. And then, like you said, we were talking about the demo, and we don't have as much energy.
Yeah.
I think, like, what's a midlife crisis? Like, how do people constitute or identify what that is? Because I might be having one.
Really?
A little bit. Like Shorty said, because she asked me one time if I'm stressed or something like that, because I just buy stuff. And nothing crazy, but I order like little $15 things from Amazon, $20-something dollars. And then now I'm like, I want a convertible. So I'm wondering if that's part of it, because I've really been looking at like a Porsche convertible.
So yeah, I think a crisis is when your like whole behavior changes or shifts very suddenly into one direction.
Oh fuck!
You know, and it's a direction that you don't normally find yourself in. Like if you're always interested in cars.
Yeah, I've been into them.
Yeah,
but then like, because I was like, when I get to a certain place financially, I want a weekend car, right?
Yeah.
For me and the lady, we'll cruise out.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, fuck that. This is for me.
all mumbling shit to the computer screen. The red one.
I'm up at 4 a.m. on Auto Trader. Just.
I mean, I don't think it is. I think it would be if you were like. So I sold the house yesterday. I sold the house that I bought at 39. It needs some work, but it's good. It's good, baby. It's good.
Okay, you're right. I ain't there yet.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be opposed.
I mean,
nice little split window Corvette. Yeah,
man, how do you handle hitting midlife crisis? I mean, I don't think. because basically what you're saying, you're gonna die at 60, and I don't.
70.
65.
70.
70, okay.
I'm fine with that.
Really?
I don't know. Look, what I want.
69, he's like, one more year, guys.
Cover your ears, baby. So, what happens, right? We already reached our peak of physical ability and shit.
Yeah.
It's all downhill from here.
Yes.
So, what I want to do, I want to exit Earth before it's the sharp decline. It's a steady,
Before, like, you need help getting around.
Oh, I don't want to be here for that.
I get it.
I don't want to ask anybody for stuff. I don't want to be here.
Why did we get here?
I don't know.
I mean, I understand it, because I don't want to be 75 and peen into a colostomy bag. And shit.
Yeah, fam. Yeah. I want to be able to, like, enjoy, go wherever, do whatever, move around. Ha! Can't catch me. And, play with the grandkids. But if I'm just sitting there, man, just shoot me.
Just shoot me. God damn.
Something, I don't know.
Unplug the machine already.
Yeah, I'm cool. I like to have fun.
Really?
Yeah, I don't want to just be sitting there. So they just look at me. You're just old, and the kids come over, grandkids come over, and they just look at it, Grandpa, and they're poking you.
Dad, why is Uncle Bim, Grandpa Bim doesn't move?
I'm going to be so miserable.
I mean.
If you're around, well, you will be around with gray dreads. I'm just going to be motioning to you to slip my wrist. Just do it. Take me out there.
Come on.
Come on. Fool. Yeah, that way. the long way. Get me out of here, man. I heard it's mad chill when you die.
You know what's funny? My dad, we were talking about death and stuff, and then he goes, as Karens men we don't really live past 75. And I was like, I looked at him, I was like, oh, how old are you? Aren't you like 63?
Yo,
you telling me this now?
That is kind of morbid, damn.
It's extremely morbid for him to look me in the eye and say like it was nothing. Yeah, it's Karens. And then you can see him thinking like, nah, he went. Nah, he went. She went.
But as first generation born in the U.S., you got at least 5 years on them. You got
hopefully. At least 5 more. So making the 77.
At least, yeah. We out here.
Oh, man.
Living, man.
Midlife crisis, huh?
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, but I think you just embrace it, like, as long as it isn't depleting funds. Or
it's not damaging.
Yeah, or like I'm leaving my job to become a painter or some bullshit, Which, now that I think about it.
I mean, that's not a bad profession.
It ain't bad.
I mean, can you paint?
No. I'll figure it out. Have you seen that dude who paints stuff with, like, his hat?
I think I've seen a couple of.
Dude is sick.
I want to know, like, those people that do that, like, how did you know you could do that? Like, did you paint the picture and then be like, oh, I could do this upside down? Or were you just like, I'm going to do it upside down? And then, like,
those people that write, like, in the papers almost sideways sometimes? Like how they turn it?
Yeah.
I think, not only him recognizing that he can do it, because folks are just talented in different ways, or they see stuff different. So he probably literally, from his mind, can see whatever he's painting as the right side image, or it makes sense to him upside down. But the thing that blows my mind is he painted Donald Trump using a toilet, and it came out looking like Trump.
Really?
He painted Nipsey Hussle with.
I saw the Nipsey one.
Yeah, I think with a hat.
Yeah.
And he painted LeBron James with a basketball.
Wow.
On a court.
Us humans are so like amazing at
Yeah.
times.
But then the thing is, right? If he, as a child or as a young adult, was trying to focus on that, and then like a parent or a guardian or a teacher discouraged that completely, we would never know that talent.
You're right.
So I wonder how many amazing things certain people could do. But it was just like, no, stop that shit. Oh, that doesn't make sense. Who paints upside down? Stupid. What are you, a retard?
Retard.
You know what I'm saying? No, it's true. It's true. How many people were turned away from some amazing shit at a young age because it wasn't normal?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I was actually reading something a couple weeks ago that schools actually are almost designed to stop all creativity.
Oh, I love this conversation.
Like they teach the kids to stay within this box, within these lines, and a lot of kids don't learn that way, and it just like stops their creativity.
Yep.
And then I think in a couple of countries they're trying to do away with that and letting the kids do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, yeah, because it's who said it? A bunch of people said it in different ways, but the school system, and I'm not saying this isn't 100. This is an absolute statement, but it creates workers, right? So everybody think this way. Everybody learn this method of doing this. Everybody, and if you don't know it this way, you fail.
Yes, you're wrong.
And then after we clump you along through high school and college, learning it this same way, now all of you go and find a similar job or a job in this field amongst millions of others who learned it the same way. Right. So, but then some of the people who either drop out or didn't go to college because they had a different way of thinking, they go on and find their own path. That kind of stuff should be encouraged, but you can't mass produce that.
No.
Yeah, so that's the issue, right? You can't sell that to someone.
No.
And there's a lot of risk involved, especially.
There's a ton of risk.
Yeah, but it's true, though. It's true. And there was actually, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to teach my son about stocks. I saw that they had a program at his school where they did it with a select group of kids, but not everybody. They're not going to teach you about real estate in schools. They're not going to teach you about how to do your own taxes in most schools.
Yes.
So these are things that you would know how to learn.
And I almost feel like I heard that they purposely don't teach them that stuff.
Oh, yeah. Because the rich, all right, so you know we talk about house stuff, right?
Yes,
and I'll get into number detail off the mic, but I'm going to be doing Sake
Oh,
Crib.
you are?
Because
Oh, that's right, yes.
man, the market.
Yes.
God bless the market.
Yes.
So I said, shit, this is how it happens. If I had 5 properties that performed the same and I liquidated and then invested in something else, that would bring in so much more money. So people just scale it. I don't need school for that. I didn't learn any of this shit in school. So if I just came out of high school and started investing or was under someone who knew how to do it, you don't need to be a millionaire. You don't even need to make 6 figures. If I made 100K or 80K every year doing that, I'm fine.
Be straight.
Yeah. So it's you don't need that, but that's what the richest of the rich know. They know stocks, they know real estate.
Yep.
That's where they're making their money and investing in things that are tangible. Motherfucking so off of that, people who are savvy in taxes, I saw the thing about, I don't know if you saw Amazon not paying a lot of money in taxes.
No.
Yeah, so and this isn't a new thing.
Is it a tax break type of deal?
It's a savvy accounting type thing.
Like a loophole?
Several loopholes. Same thing with Apple. Same thing that came up with Apple maybe 10 years ago. But these companies that make billions of dollars somehow get away with paying like either no taxes or less taxes than you and I.
What?
Yeah. And in fact, I was at on Chalkstone, where Los Andes is. The home across the street had a big sign that said, this building, this home pays more property taxes than all of Brown University.
Are you fucking kidding?
Exactly.
Wow.
Now, because these entities are able to do it, it's not illegal.
No.
Right? No. They're savvy. But the problem is because Amazon and Apple and whomever else cuts corners or finds ways to avoid it, that money doesn't get kicked back into the economy.
Society, yeah.
Right. So on one hand, I'm like, fuck, if we had a little bit of that money, even 2% of what Amazon made, you can make a lot of changes. But then I'm like, fuck, if I'm the owner of Amazon,
I don't want to give it
I'm not giving it up.
Right.
So, I mean, would you
No.
I love Republican Darren. Go ahead.
As a business owner, my main objective is to make money. My main objective is to make money. So if you're telling me like I don't have to pay this money and it's legal, I'm not going to get in trouble for it, of course I'm not trying to do it.
Right, because people are mad, and being mad won't change anything in regards to Amazon because they hired people who are doing their job, right? Hey, save me all the money you can. Oh, shit, I don't have to pay nothing? My man, you get a bonus. Yes, that's it. But people are mad. They're saying, oh, their employees have to pay taxes.
And that's not me.
Now, tell them to find a savvy accountant. That's it.
That's not me, Poppy.
That's not me. I think I would do the same. Like, in this instance, when I sell, I'm like, fuck. Off of this property, I'm gonna have to pay some taxes. Yeah. How can I find ways around paying the taxes?
How?
It's no different. So it's just scaled up. So the more knowledge you have about that stuff, you save. You gotta take care of yourself, man, and then take care of those around you. Because as I learned, right, if I learn tax break shit, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell my brothers. Yep. So we can all save and reinvest in ourselves or in our children or something like that. Gotta take care of yourself, but it's all rooted in knowledge. You gotta go out and find the information.
It's good father skills.
Yeah, come on, man. We out here for the dads, dog.
Here we are.
Come on, father the earth. Well, like really father the earth.
Don't father the earth. Don't listen to us. Don't do that. So with Father's Day approaching, I came across a very interesting question.
What's that?
What is a skill? Be it big
I feel like I'm on goddamn. What's that? Steve Harvey shit.
What is a skill that all dads should have,
Ooh.
whether new or old?
It depends on the child. You know what? I'm gonna make it gender neutral.
Yeah, general. Somebody put all dads should be able to open a jar.
Facts.
I understood that.
Okay, but so okay. Here's the thing then. Jen's not here to correct me, so because I might get sexist, but I don't want to.
We miss you, Jen.
Because we can name stuff, right, that's specific to dad, and I don't want people to be like, well, a mom can do that or a wife could do that. Like, okay, we get it. We get it. The fuck?
Most things men could do, women could do. Wonderful.
Yeah, we know that. Kumbaya.
Y'all can't explain an erection, though.
Sure can't.
Y'all can't explain
Nor do you understand the sheer terror.
You'll never understand it.
It's a terrible thing.
Yes.
So, yeah, I'm with you. Open a jar. There's a thing called dad strength. Have you unlocked that level yet?
Maybe.
So I think I realized how it happens. We do so many things the wrong way that we have to compensate by just like I can't tell you how many nails I've pulled out of walls with my hand or some shit that I did the wrong way that I had to use so much strength to fix without having to go buy a tool or ask for help.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
So you develop dad strength. Now I might not be able to bench 400, but I promise you I can lift that fridge.
If I need to move that fridge from there to there,
I promise you.
By myself.
Absolutely. So
right.
you have to unlock the dad strength level.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say tie a tie, but that's more for a son. But I think being able to tie a tie.
Know how to dress. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, because that's like a moment, right? That you share between father and son. Hey, come get over here.
Yeah, come on. Let me
show
you how to do.
We'll do it at the same time. So you loop this one, and then it's a moment
go here. And then,
yeah. But I don't have any daughters, so it's like maybe a specific one for daughters.
With daughters, I feel like you gotta be able to kill bugs.
Mm.
Matter of fact, yesterday was it yesterday? Tuesday night, we're in our room cleaning, and Celeste comes down like nearly like dying, like choking on herself. She has her towel. Dad, please, you gotta come on. There's a bug. Like she couldn't even talk. Clara was like, she's not talking to me. She's saying dad. Now she's like, Celeste is a bit exaggerated,
right.
But she's like, this is a big flying bug. I can't do it. Like you gotta come, right? So I'm like, so in the moment I'm like, I want you to be independent, take care of yourself, but also I'm dad.
Come on now.
You came downstairs and you got dad. You didn't ask for Clara, but
come on now.
You didn't ask for Jesus. You asked for dad. Sorry, Jesus.
Sorry. She's like, that's cool.
Right, that's fine. You got that. So I go upstairs and Alexa's in the bathroom like, nope, not coming out. So I go in a room, and there's a moment where you're like, is this bigger than me? Like, oh shit! Like, what if it's like a werewolf or something like that? like that's where my mind goes. Like, what if Celeste thinks it's a bug, but it's like a snake or some shit like that? Like, I can't back out of a snake.
What the
No, this is how my mind works.
I know exactly what you
Right,
mean, though.
'cause-
You can't back. I was called to task.
Yes,
I have to perform.
My child's here. She needs me.
Yes, yes.
It was like a flying beetle or something.
Okay.
So at first I didn't see it, and then I saw it, and I was like, oh, I got it.
Caught it in your
Threw
hand.
Yeah,
Real
threw it
one.
outside. Dad, that's dad mode, right? She gonna remember that for the next. I remember when I called my dad one time, and right, so I feel like with girls, you have to be able to kill a bug.
Yeah. No, I like that. I like that, actually. And then, excuse me, changing a tire. Again, I know everyone can do it, but I think I don't have any daughters, like I said, but having a daughter and saying, hey, look.
This is how you do it.
Come on.
Yes.
In case this happens,
Yes.
let me show you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely correct.
Yeah.
I remember my dad teaching me how to change a tire in his Haitian way.
So you find a big rock.
First, you have to put it down like this. You step on it, all your strength.
Instead of using the thing, you should step on it.
He's like, you put it in and then you jump. He's like, all right.
Oh, yeah, to loosen the lug
Yeah,
nuts.
yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Ah, you never forget those
No, you never.
things. We didn't even talk about PVDfest. Did you engage in any activities?
Absolutely not.
This guy sucks.
I don't like PVDfest. I mean, I like it's good for the state and everything. Shout out to Nino Francis. He performed.
Yeah. So I'm out there.
But I don't like the crowds and.
Are you serious?
I really don't like being around a ton of people. I know.
So the wife
weird.
went.
The wife went with the boys.
And you had no...
I was DJing.
But it was 4 days.
Hey, what?
It was 4 days.
Huh? I DJed 3 out of those 4 days.
Oh, you DJed on Sunday too?
No. That was when I didn't do anything.
What you did on Sunday?
I worked on the bathroom.
Ah, you had an excuse.
Yes.
I probably would have dragged you out.
Yes, you would have.
But I went on Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
And shout out to Mike Rollins. Saw him doing his thing.
What up, Mike?
With his boot on, still recovering, get well. I saw Ray Watson, URI alum. He represents, I wish I knew how to say the name of the tribe, but Native American tribe. So he does the drums and all that. Yeah, so he was killing it. Shout out to Ray. I ran into Court.
Hey, the ambassador.
Shout out to Court. When she was here, she was, I can't remember what company she was working for, or she was working with like kids or something like that. Yeah. But she was bigging up the jump bikes, talking about how much she loves the jump bikes. Now she works for Jump.
She is a jump bike.
Yeah, she is a jump bike. You have become what you love.
Yes. Congratulations. Shout out to you, girl.
Yeah, so she was out there holding it down. It was dope, though. It was, I don't like a lot of people just like you. So Sunday was perfect. Went to Rosendale for Bobby's birthday brunch. Shout out to Bobby.
Okay.
Ran into Erica over there. Erica, you DJ'd for her prom kids and all that.
I won't say her last name.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I was like, no.
Shout out to Erica. So after we did that, we walked around. Not as many people. Performances on the different stages. They were giving out free sunglasses. We got some drinks. I got my kettle corn.
Life couldn't be better for
What
you,
else do you need?
Wow.
Yeah, it was a nice chill vibe and something dope for the city. So
Yeah.
shout out to all the performers. But I do want to say a big fuck you
To that idiot.
to the idiot.
Yep.
You fucking
Dick.
dipshit. Dipshit, dick, dingbat, dummy, Dundee, as we say.
Keep going.
Dorothy Doodlehead. Fucking dummy.
Yeah.
Letting off shots.
In the air. For what? Why?
Man,
They caught him, though. I think I saw something that they caught him.
they identified him. And I don't know if you had a recent update, but they did put the picture out. And when I saw on the post, it said that they're looking for him, consider him armed and dangerous or whatever.
Why?
But
What reason do you have to do this?
first thing I thought of when someone showed me the next day, there are kids there, man.
Right.
Like your son was there.
Yes.
Like, what are we doing?
And right. I mean, I saw it, and I think it happened on 11.
Yeah.
So the next day, I know my wife and my kids are home, and I still got word. Like, did you? It's like, why would you? Why? Like, I don't get it. What purpose do you have to bring a gun to a public area where there are other people, innocent people, just having a good time, and for you to fire off? Like, what reason do you have?
There's literally nothing.
Nothing.
You're just a dumb fuck. A dumb fuck. And I'm glad that people still stepped out. I'm sure there was some who were reluctant to go on Sunday now because of that shit. But people still came, and they didn't let that deter them. But man, we got to do better. And I hate that it was a young black man. I hate that. And hopefully, other people see how ridiculous that is. You get no clout. You get no props for that. You're not cool. People want to see you and think you're a dumb fuck. And I hope you get locked up. I don't care. Yeah. I'm a civilian. Yeah. And if I see you, I'll probably call the cops. Yeah. I don't care.
It's him.
It was that guy right there. Get him.
Get him.
And then I want to acknowledge another dumb fuck.
That was 2?
Yes. Well, not locally. Big Papi was shot in DR.
Yes.
Yeah.
I heard of this.
Yeah. So, speedy recovery to David Ortiz.
Big Papi.
To Big Papi. But yeah, no, he's cooling in DR, your country. Yeah. Where I'm sure he does a lot of philanthropy and just kicking in and bringing some money there. Yeah. And some fool just roll up and shoot you.
They said he was, the guy was hired.
Oh.
Hired for a hit.
Really?
8,800. Right. Right. 8,800.
Come on.
To kill Big
Is that
Papi.
U.S. or?
Yeah, but boy, 8,800 U.S. Yeah.
Because if it's that currency, my nigga.
Pesos?
Fam.
Right.
And then now what? Because now I don't know if you saw they caught dude and beat the dog shit out of him.
Yeah.
Was it worth it? And if you killed him, your 8,800 was worth killing somebody?
Right.
Like, I don't get it. And whoever put the hit out, what's up? What kind of beef you got to try to kill this man?
With Big Papi?
Yeah.
I mean, so there's obviously a lot of speculation flying around. He was out there wilding and sleeping with dude's wife and da-da-da. And it's like, I
mean, it happens.
Right.
What happens? You want to kill somebody?
Kill somebody for sleeping with my wife? Or?
No, leave your woman. Yeah. That's it. You want to kill somebody? You want to kill a whole person? Yeah. It's not cool, but hopefully he recovers well. And I'm glad that the Red Sox got him, flew him back.
Flew him back to Boston.
Best facility. They're working on him. I think I don't want to say the wrong stuff, but maybe like part of his liver or pancreas or something like that. They had to. I can't remember, but they had to like remove like part of his organs. Yeah. But
they said he was doing well.
Yeah,
he was talking and da da da.
Good.
So speedy recovery to Big Papi.
Yeah, man.
Again, like it's just I don't see what purpose there is for this type of violence against your fellow man.
Right, and it's like, I want to show him. Okay, he's dead, so he doesn't know. If say you kill him, he's dead now. Okay, you didn't get to teach him a lesson. You're better off beating somebody's ass. Yeah. Excuse me, standing over them and saying, "Don't ever touch my wife again."
Right.
He gets the point. It's public humiliation, and he has to live with it.
Yes.
You kill somebody,
that's it.
They're not living with anything.
No, now you are. You
right.
gotta live with that.
You gotta live with the consequences, and in most cases, they become a martyr. Right? People love them more that they're gone.
Yeah.
Rethink this shit, dummies. Save yourself a life sentence and just beat somebody up.
$8,800.
$8,800. You ain't do nothing.
How much you need? I'm not gonna get there. Oof. I'm not gonna go there. Somebody gotta offer me to kill somebody.
Oh, I don't know if you should be saying this on the mic.
No,
I don't know if I would take any amount.
Me neither. I'm too much of a. Yeah, no, kill him.
No. Like he has to die.
Can I just hit him in the knee?
Or like
Nancy
really hard?
I can hit him.
I'm not gonna kill nobody.
Oh well. Also, real quick.
Go ahead.
Dad, another skill all dads should have. I think me and Jen were talking about it quickly. Any new fathers, I feel like it is a rite of passage to be able to tell dad jokes. As a dad,
I'm not. I haven't gone through the passage.
You have, because the other day when we were talking about the bear in the car. And you were like, I can't bear this. I was like, yes. Yo, as a dad, you got to be able to say dad jokes, because I'm a corny ass. Ask my girl, I'm corny dad. Like, Dad, what's for dinner? Food. What type of food? Food you can eat. Oh, come on, Dad. Where we going? Dad, I'm hungry. Oh, hi, I'm Dad. Oh! It's my right as a father.
You know what? I didn't think I was there, but now that you say that,
you're a dad.
Because I think it happens where we're no longer cool to our kids, right? So when we're not cool anymore, we just
care.
Hey, we
don't care.
To the wind.
Here it is.
Yep.
I'm gonna say whatever dumb shit comes across my head.
And that's it. And not even care about getting a laugh back. We'll laugh on our own.
Yo.
Oh, shit.
I will be a knee-slapping motherfucker in front of my kids.
A pickle.
Get it?
Get it? No? Come
Get
on.
it, a pickle?
Come on, right
Relax.
here. No?
Relax.
That's how it happens.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. It's Father's Day, so we can shit on moms. So why? So we get one day. It's fine. Why isn't there a mom joke thing? Do moms aren't funny?
Moms aren't funny.
Sorry,
it's too business oriented. Like it's like come on, man. We all know chores got to be done. Like, calm down.
And they don't even joke about it.
No.
Why so serious?
Yo, their jokes are not jokes. No. Like, oh, we're so bored. I don't believe you so bored you could do that.
Like,
that's
damn,
not funny. Like, it's not funny. Like,
yeah, no, that's what it is. Because actually, that's true. Moms don't, because dads would do dumb shit, right?
Yeah.
I'll never do it again. But I was sore for a week having a dunk contest with my son.
Right.
I'll never do it again. But
it's fun.
There's no equivalent where a mom is competing, at least that I know of, with their daughter in a way that will physically harm them or cause some embarrassment.
That's why we don't live as long as them?
Right.
Because they're like, no, I'm not doing that.
Right. Yeah.
No, go talk to your father.
Mike Rollins was telling me how he hurt himself. I was like, oh, that's some guy shit. Some guy shit.
H the other day, I'm challenging people to that foot race. Right.
And look, I bet you, Darren, like I said in the thing, I'm not going to be in a position to do it, but I'm do it anyways.
Listen, I'm right there with you. In my head, I'm like, I have no business moving my legs that quickly, but
it's going to happen.
I'm going to challenge somebody. Yemi. Me and Yemi are the same size.
Ooh. Yem, you listen. Yeah, you've been called out on a world-renowned podcast. Yeah. Oh, we got to record this shit.
I'm already sore.
But it's always a competition. So we try to look cool or prove we still got some shit. Yeah. And then with the kids, if we know, hey, no matter what I do, I'm not going to be cool. Yeah. Hey, shit, I'm going to get my shit off anyways.
Yeah.
Hey,
here it is.
Hey, kid, look. Hey. Pull my finger.
Right, dumb shit. Yeah, right.
Oh, that's true. Damn, we figured out the origin of dad jokes. Come on, man. Happy Father's Day, Darren.
Hey, happy Father's Day.
Shit. That's tight.
All right, so what are we talking about this week?
So we neglected to mention a few things a week or two ago. Right. And as a nephew of a billionaire, I'm ashamed.
Oh, yes.
Hove.
Yes, first hip-hop artist to be worth. Now, I think there was some confusion.
Yep.
Everybody was like, oh, no, Dre is a billionaire. Da-da-da. What people need to understand is Jay-Z's net worth is $1 billion.
Right, and Dre did a deal
for $1 billion.
For $1 billion, and that it wasn't even all him, and and it wasn't like $1 billion liquid, anyways.
No.
So huge feat for Jay-Z, and I don't know. Actually, I won't say that. There's probably a few people who don't really appreciate what that means.
How could they?
Right, because it almost sounds like a fantasy, right? Project kid, Marcy Projects, living in the project apartment buildings, selling crack, shoot out, start a label. Nobody wants to sign these. All right, we're gonna do our own thing. Do well with music, and then transition into all these business affairs to where the music portion is like almost the smallest piece of your $1 billion. It doesn't even make sense.
It doesn't.
It's like,
how did you do this?
Right. You should have either been dead, in jail, the typical shit, or just been like a mediocre, or not mediocre, one of the greatest rappers, and then stayed in that rap lane only, and just, had, $1 million or a few million or maybe 100 million, and that's it. $1 billion.
To be worth that. It's gross.
And we ain't even talking Beyonce.
No.
Added to the mix.
I was going to ask, do you think, I know with the right partner and supporting you, anything is obtainable. Do you think he got to the $1 billion because of his wife, or do you think he would have gotten there without her?
Ooh, that's a good question. Wow, that's a good question.
Yeah. So, and it stems from a conversation me and Claro had, like who compliments who in a couple. So, like, for instance, between me and her, I think she compliments me.
Right.
like she's like my trophy. So between Jay-Z and Beyonce, I mean, you almost have to look at it as he compliments her because he's, I don't want to say worth so much more, but he brings so much more to the plate.
Yeah. I think in that case, it might, I think it still leans towards the woman because even though like he managed her career at one point to a certain extent, and he's older, he's, a good amount of, with like 10 or more years
10 or 12,
older.
I think.
So he was able to give her more game. But I think as a man, now are we saying if he wasn't married at all or if he was married to somebody else?
Married to somebody else.
Oh, okay.
I know that's kind of a very broad thing to say.
So I'll go, if he was single, definitely not. He wouldn't have amassed $1 billion. I think he would have done really well still. But Nas said, you lose money chasing women, you never lose women chasing money, right? So sometimes if you're single, running around, it's easy to lose focus from time to time.
Money here and here and here.
Right. So I think being married allowed for him to kind of focus and say, okay, what can I do for my family, for my children, for my legacy?
Yeah.
Right. So that kind of helps to say, all right, let me learn more about art. Let me get into investing. Let me build this.
Yeah.
Let me get involved in the Brooklyn Nets. All right, let me sell that piece and then do this over here.
And he's doing it to support his family.
Right.
You get that drive to do that.
Yeah, so I think it's kind of a net neutral, but then I'll give a little bit of the edge to Beyonce because women are just just I can't lie, they're just better than us. They're better.
You still can't teach nothing about erections. But.
Well, Beyonce, I think hers is up to
like 5 now,
something like that, like 455. But Rihanna, she's the richest singer.
Really?
Oh yeah. Oh, you didn't see that?
No.
Yeah, I didn't put down the total, but yes, she is officially the richest singer.
I know I saw not Sierra, Serena on the list as the first athlete.
Yep, self-made with her self-made net worth.
What do you do when you're worth $1 billion?
Whatever you want.
I can't even. I want somebody to give me like 20,000, and I feel like I could die right there and then.
It's funny you say that because I was talking to Shorty. I was like, yo, if certain dollar amounts, like when I make the sale, right, I'm like, oh shit, that'll probably be the most amount of money I had at hand in one time. Yeah. But to me, it's like it's not even a lot of money because I'm thinking of now reinvesting that, and I'm like, that's not even enough for what I want to do. Yeah, so it doesn't even seem like
too big, baby.
We don't have no cap.
Your dreams are huge, baby.
No cap, baby. We got no ceiling.
If I look at my total, like how much we have in our total accounts, and I'm like, I'm balling. And then I take out the savings account. I'm like, no, shit,
bro. If I can't take a year off of work and not worry about it, I don't feel like I'm doing shit.
You're right.
You know what I mean? And have that without debt and a healthy 401k / savings / investment portfolio. You know, there's a lot of shit out there, man. There's a lot of money out there, and we got to go get it. So I feel like it's you know, you have to think of these other things. So like for somebody who is a billionaire, you're thinking about, all right, how do I get to 2 billion?
True.
That's the next thought. Like people say when they make their first million, that's easy. After that, you just go.
Going.
So it's you just think about what the next thing to do with your money is to keep it and to build a legacy.
Keep that drive. Yeah. Keep that energy.
Damn right.
I like it.
Yeah. We addressed those two. Oh, rest in peace, Bushwick Bill of the Ghetto Boys.
Wow.
You didn't know he passed?
No.
Yeah, pancreatic cancer.
Oh no.
Yeah, he passed away a few days ago. Yeah, for real, man. Yo, and I heard this on another podcast. I think it was a Joe Budden podcast. Did you know he got shot in the eye?
I did not.
Yeah, that's why he had the eye patch. Yeah. So he got shot in the eye. This is a true story because I had to go and fact check it. I'm a kid at that time. I didn't really know.
Yeah.
All I knew is the mind playing tricks on me video scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
In the video, there was a line that Scarface said, every 30 minutes got me looking out my window. In the video, there was a guy standing outside on the street at night by a street light. Scarface would look, and then the guy would disappear. And outside of my home, on Homer Street, there was a street light. So I would look outside and be so scared. That video freaked me out. But yeah, Bushwick Bill got shot in the eye. I think so it was a robbery attempt, and he was pronounced dead.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was pronounced dead, bro. 2.5 hours later, literally, they had him tagged, his toe tag. They were about to, I think they were about to put him in like the freezer or whatever, and he woke up and said some shit like, "I gotta piss," jumped off the table and just peed on the floor. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna show you their album cover, which is what they actually did when he was in the hospital. So this is a guy who got shot in the eye and bitch ass cancer took him out, man. Yeah, I hate it.
Jesus.
I hate it.
That must have been some sight.
Yep.
For the people like, just taking him downstairs.
Yeah. Imagine how they freaked
Die.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So his album cover right there. That was him in the hospital. That's real.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, that was real. So, and that's how real they are. They're like, yo, this would be an ill ass album cover. Let's take this picture. And yeah.
Boom. There you go.
Yeah, man. So rest in peace, Bushwick Bill, man.
Fuck cancer.
Yeah, for real, for real. Ups and down and sideways.
I want to say it was Jen. I don't know if it was you who put up that post this morning on our page.
I don't post anything.
Folks, make sure you follow us on social media, PLSDELTHIS on Instagram. On Twitter, the same handle. On Facebook, please delete this. On YouTube, please delete this.
You're so good at that.
Thank you. It's a little rap lyric now I have in my head. Make sure you follow us because we like to post up content, not just funny content, but discussion-worthy content. And so this morning on our page, which will be yesterday for you, we put up an article.
Hi, Jen.
Hey, Jen. The Graduate Providence, which is formerly the Biltmore.
I was wondering what that was. Okay.
I was so mad. That's where I got married. We got married, so we're all like.
So it's
really
a completely.
upset.
It's not the Biltmore anymore.
It's not the Biltmore anymore.
The Graduate's a dumb name.
It's a very dumb name, but they're keeping the sign, but they changed the name of it. They changed the operation.
So it's still gonna say Biltmore on it.
Yep, but it's the Graduate Providence.
That's dumb.
Okay. Open April 4th. Will remove portraits by former Mayor Vincent A. Buddy Cianci Jr.
My guy.
that were on display in each of its guest rooms. Design, quote unquote, the design of Graduate Providence includes references to the vibrant history of the destination and is intended to celebrate and commemorate.
There you go. You got it. Sound it out.
Oh, so happy just not here. The optimistic energy of the community, state by the hotel spokeswoman. We've tried to be the cornerstone of the city, yada, 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 yada. So they decided to, I guess somebody complained, from what I understand, that one person complained about the pictures of Buddy Cianci in her room or in the lobby or some dumb shit. Mm-hmm. And they made a decision to take all the portraits down.
Off of one complaint.
Well, this one complaint. So they took down any trace of Buddy Cianci that was in the Biltmore. Now, a lot of people are outraged because it's Buddy Cianci. Mm-hmm. So we, hearing this, had a quick talk about it. And, the state of Rhode Island loves Buddy Cianci. In love with this guy. I understand it. Mm-hmm. I think, wasn't he Republican too?
Yeah.
I've never heard anybody speak bad about him, but he was involved in some shit.
There's a podcast, a wonderful, wonderful podcast.
Was it Crime Story?
Crime Town.
Crime Town, yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're from Rhode Island listening, or not even from Rhode Island, this needs to be a movie.
Yes.
The more I listen to it, I'm on episode like 13 now.
Oh, really? I'm on one. I just started today.
Oh, wait until they get into it. Bro, I didn't realize, but now that I see, like, in retrospect, like, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But, oh, man, so they said on the podcast, you had New York, Chicago, and then Rhode Island.
Yep.
Was one of the biggest, part of the three biggest Costa Nostra's mob families in the entire United States.
Right here in
Little Rhode Island.
Yep.
So there was so much shit going on in the 70s and 80s, and some of that allowed for Buddy to get into office. Yep. So I won't say too much because I want you to enjoy it the way I did. Mm-hmm. But listening to that shit,
you were like,
I was like, yo, I fuck with Buddy, but damn.
Damn, right? So, and that one makes me understand that from a business standpoint, you don't want to be associated with somebody. I mean, you almost don't.
Yeah, it's a
catch-22.
He was so it was one of those things where, like, actually, we use the mob. Oh, God, I hope we don't get shot. The mob, scale-wise, No, I'm not gonna say that because I don't. Just in case anybody has.
Yeah,
was
disclaimer.
in yeah.
We don't know anything about
We don't know
mob
anything.
families. We're not part of it. We don't affiliate it. Please don't take what we're saying as we're part of the mob or we're against the mob or anything like that because we don't know shit.
We're just talking.
We are. I am a Haitian man, barely. He's a Nigerian fellow. We just scam people. We don't do any of this mob activity. So
Thank you, Darren. The perception is from those who love folks like that, they do more harm than good.
yes.
Yeah, they whacked the guy, but look at how many families they fed. Come on, I mean, you know.
They said a line like that. They said he helped more than he hurt.
Boom, boom. And as a kid, you played baseball, right? Or no?
No.
He said, gosh, no.
God, no.
So we played for Washington Park, right?
Yeah.
In that baseball league.
I remember that, but
Yeah.
I don't play.
So from when it started, after they built the fields and all that stuff for the first time, and we marched from the community center all the way to the fields, every picture while he was in office that we took of our teams on opening day, Buddy Cianci was in the
there.
picture.
Yep.
We never saw him. I never saw him on each picture. There would be like 5 or 6 teams on the field, and he would go from team to team taking pictures. And when we got the pictures back, we would see him. Yep. But on the podcast, they say if there was a letter opening ceremony, he was there because he would go to everything.
Yeah.
He was a man of the people. If there was a fire, he would get out of bed at 2 a.m. and he would go. Mm-hmm. So it was that connection that he had with the people because he was there touching the people, which is why folks loved him in Rhode Island to this day. To this day. But
That was good.
but at what point do we even have to say, hey, yeah, look, these things were good, but you can't ignore all this other shit that he did.
At
And
what
I
point-
can't
how
wait
do
till you get to what he did.
How do you how do you separate
Right.
the two? And
Right.
and we bring that back to El Chapo,
Oh.
who a drug lord, one of the biggest drug lords we've ever known.
Yeah.
And a murderer and all this other dumb shit he did but his community. Imagine doing the shit that you do. You've killed countless people. Again, we're not part of the cartel in any such way.
Nope.
This is the same with the mob.
Nope.
But imagine knowing that I've killed a countless amount of people. I've shoved them in walls. I've shoved them in graves. And they arrested me. But my community will make me get out one way or another.
Yeah.
The police who put me in here will let me get out one way or another.
And some of that's out of fear. Some of it.
I don't care what it's out of, dog. Like, to be like, where do you draw that line?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
it's it's tough because somebody who can care less about what he did for the city, they just know all that other shit. Nope. Take the picture down. Get rid of all this pasta sauce. I don't know if it's in the stores anymore, but get rid of all of that shit.
How mad and petty you got to be to get rid of the pasta sauce?
Pasta sauce.
Right.
It's sauce. It's sauce.
It's
You put on
sauce.
you put on your pasta.
We
you put on
just tell. We got rid of it.
Put the gravy.
No.
Get
Get his damn picture out of my jar.
Yeah, but it as because Sam reminded me to check it out. Shout out to Sam. But it's and I think she said something along the lines of because I said, yeah, oh yeah, I love Buddy. Can't wait to hear it. And she's like, well, we'll see how you feel after.
Yeah.
I still love the guy. And maybe it's because I wasn't directly impacted, or because I know, you know what, if he wasn't involved, somebody else would have, or my mom, she, woman from Nigeria, she's doing what she can for her children. Even she at the time said she loved Buddy Cianci.
It's my mother too.
Right, stuff would get fixed in Providence.
Yeah.
Like they visibly saw things being done.
Yeah.
Okay, so now money, we're broke but hey, he spent the money where we needed it, at least at the time. The next person had to figure out the debt, but I mean, whatever.
I mean, and again, it's like, I guess, which would you rather like live with? Like, better, you're thriving, you're in this great condition. But he's responsible for all the dumb shit.
Yeah.
Like, which do you morally, which do you side with? Like, it's easy to just be like, well, it's not me, but I'm gonna enjoy it, reap the benefits anyway.
Yeah, that's a tough one because people are flawed, man. Like if they came out with some information on, like how they'll talk about Martin Luther King, cheated on his wife and stuff. Does that make him less of an activist? Is he less important now because he did that?
So funny. I don't know why. I don't know. I find that fact so. You know why? Because this one here, Jen, who's not here, was like, He keep marching in my house.
What?
You don't remember that episode? Anyways, neither here nor there. Neither here nor there. But like, you're right. Like, you know, everybody's like, "Oh my God, he cheated on his wife." That's mentioned very seldomly.
Yeah, small potatoes.
Yeah, I had a dream and all this other dumb shit, and I slept around a little bit.
Now imagine if he was. No, let me stop. Nope. No.
Oh man.
I can't speak freely. I can't speak freely. All these chains and bound. Fuck. Never mind. But do we throw a whole person away for mistakes or for
So, okay, here's where I'm gonna go there. So R. Kelly,
Okay.
he terrible person, done terrible things. Great music.
Slaps.
So we're choosing to throw this man away.
Yeah. Okay. So. Right.
Granted, it's not the same as Buddy.
Yeah, not the
he
same.
didn't take care of a community.
Right, because when you listen to the music, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't even know if he did.
I mean,
shit for
he made his
Chicago.
own community. If you want to be, that wasn't necessary.
This guy.
Sorry.
It's from a musical standpoint, the gifts that he gave. Like I was no lie on the driving here. Maybe we have telepathy. How do you say it? Telepathy, telepathic, telepathy. How you say that word?
You asking me?
My bad. Telepathy.
Jan, how do you say it again?
I was driving and I was listening to her, and she kind of did something that sounded similar to how R. Kelly started the song "Greatest Sex," and I was like, "Man, what a good song!" Is it bad if somebody else like does it
Takes
over,
it and
or is it because he wrote it? They were like, "No, don't touch it."
I don't know. The Kelly area is still a very like a dark gray area for me.
Yeah,
like it's not black and white. It's like we shouldn't be doing this, but
yeah. Like I was listening to a Ty Dolla $ign mix, and he has a song with Kels, and it came on, and I was like,
what do I do?
"It's a good song. It's a good song."
What do I do?
I don't know. And as long as I guess if he's not getting money from it. Mm-hmm. You know, if a tree falls in the woods, do they hear me playing R. Kelly? I don't know. So I don't know, man.
I mean,
he's not profiting. He doesn't own the rest of his shit anymore. So I mean, what's the problem? I don't know.
Interesting.
What I had on here. What other podcasts do you listen to? I think we talked about this.
So I tried. I did the crime. There's one. And then we have sex.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Sex, yeah. Two married couple. I don't listen enough. I have to like sit and really dedicate to listening.
Oh, because you're not tuned in all the way.
No, because I like put it in my ear, and I'm doing work, and then I'll be like, wait, what'd he say? And then I have to go back and, you know, like I don't know. So, but they're pretty funny. There's a married couple out of Philly, I want to say, possibly. Yeah. They had a pretty interesting topic the other day. I wanted to touch upon, but they're pretty funny. One's a comedian. I believe the wife is a comedian.
Really?
And the brother is a traveling person. I don't remember.
That sounds like a good profession.
Yeah.
Lucrative.
Yeah. He has locks. That's what made me. Oh yeah. He's not Jamaican.
Right. I'm not gonna call you a name.
Yeah.
What was the topic?
The topic was sleep versus sex.
Go ahead.
So, in the little clip, I wanted to share it. In the little clip, he's like, and I've had this argument a bunch of times already. So he's like, "Hey, we're getting to bed. We finally have the kids are down. We finally have a little bit of time to ourselves. I'm trying to get this nut." Mm-hmm. The woman says, "Nah, man, I'm trying to like I'm winding down. Like I just want to go to bed. I want to be left alone." And he's like, "Yeah, but you get this nut. Like, come on, let's get a nut." And she's like, "No, my peak hours. Have you heard this?
I did see that clip. Yeah,
my peak hours are 9 to 5." And in my head,
how does that work?
So listen, Bim.
How does it work?
I've had this argument. I've been told the peak hours are like 10 to 3. And I'm like,
Fam.
I work.
That's what you were told?
That's what I was told.
Oh, you're going to get stabbed for saying this on the
10
mic.
to 3. But I'm like, I work because I'm like, brother, finally the kids are down. I ain't got nothing to do. Let's go. She's like, no, I want to wind down. And I get it.
Right.
Day's over. You want to just relax. I get it. You want to kick it.
So then what happens with you?
Me, I just go to sleep. But listen, exactly. I can't do that because whatever. But
right next to her.
listen, you're a bold friend.
Yeah,
But listen, what women? If your peak hours are times when you are nowhere near your significant other, why?
Now, I think they have children on the podcast.
Yes, I believe I have 2 young kids.
I think that's a married with kids thing because I think I'm the more tired one.
Definitely.
With no kids right now.
Yeah.
So like she might be with I'm like I'm tired. So, but yeah, I think the reverse happens and there's so much activity throughout the day and prepping the kids and whatnot, and then that probably extends the gap between sessions for y'all. Whereas I don't have as much as a gap between sessions, so I can say I'm tired. I don't feel like it because I know I can.
You don't have something to work around yet.
Right. Yes. There you go. Yeah. Yes. So that sucks, man.
It does.
So what is one expected to do? What did I
So
say?
I think I have to finish listening to the episode, but I think she was telling him like, you know, if you want it at a certain time, you gotta prep me. And I've also heard that you gotta prep me for it, you know. And I to the degree I understand, you know, there's a ton of stuff going on. There's a lot of things, a lot of moving parts to the day for both of us.
Yeah.
You know, like for my wife, she gotta, you know, get Kai ready, get him to daycare, not daycare to the lady, go to school, deal with all the things that happen in school, you know, come home with the kids, make dinner, and da-da-da. And then for me, it's get Carter ready, get to school and work, whatever. But us men were just so simple.
Yeah.
We really have like a switch, like it's between our 3rd and 4th rib. And usually the switch is like in the middle until we see you naked and it's on.
Boom.
Right? Boom. Let's go.
Yeah.
Right? If it's off, it's because we're asleep.
Yeah.
Or we just finished. The switch is down. I'm going to get in trouble.
Yeah, you are.
So yeah, us men we don't have peak hours. We have like peak situations, if you will. Like, just put us in the right situation.
Yeah, it's wow, that's interesting. Because the peak hour thing I get from a tired perspective, but then I'd feel like, shit, do you even want to do it? Because when all that stuff is done, and I get it, you're winding down, at any point during the day, did you say, you know what, you have your peak hours. Here are my, quote, peak hours. Let's find a workaround space. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Like, is there any preparation in the day where you're like, you know what, I'm going to do this to make sure that we can get this in and I can then, you know, be done for the night. You know, God, that's depressing a little bit.
I mean, I hate the fact I'm about to say this, but the communication part is what it boils down
Darren,
to.
it's a good thing. I'm learning that now, and I thank God because I didn't realize how bad I was. Like, I thought I was good, but I wasn't communicating my stuff enough. So, like, if you weren't able to talk and say, hey, look, man, what's up? That shit would just eat you alive, you know? Yeah. And then that could lead to bad decisions, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like, you got to communicate, bro. Embrace it.
I get it. I completely understand the communicating part. I just don't want.
As long as it don't eat at you, and you
know, it does. It does.
So you got.
I know.
It's like a weight being lifted. You know.
You know why? So a lot of times in my head, and I'm probably in trouble too. So I think of the issue I'm having, and I'm like, if I say it, it's gonna get worse.
Me too.
So I'm just gonna keep it to myself. It's so much simpler in my head. If I bring you into it, it's gonna get so much complicated, and I don't need you to worry about things. Like if I say to you, like, I don't like oranges, I don't need you to think I have Alzheimer's because I don't like oranges. Like I just need you to think like, oh, he doesn't like oranges. But I tell you, and rather than going, I guess that's cool, baby. Like you're like, why? What's wrong? Like, do you want to go see a doctor? And now it's put in my head like, damn, is something wrong with me because I don't like oranges? You know, like a lot of stuff like that.
I totally get it. Yeah, I think I said the same thing. I would keep it to myself because one, it would either turn into an argument or it would blow up into this other thing. Yeah. I just don't want to bother.
It's just easier in my head. It's pause
until it's not.
Until it's not.
And then we get in trouble because we ain't say shit earlier.
You're right.
Yeah, man, I'm trying to avoid all that shit, man.
I get it. And you are a good man for trying to learn this skill before marriage.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Because once you live together, it gets somehow worse but better because you can't hide as much.
I like to hide.
I know.
I be hiding.
I'm a hide motherfucker. I just be hiding, yo. It's not easy to hide when you're married.
You really can't be behind the chair.
What are you doing, huh?
You can see me.
Why like Drax? I'm sorry, Biff. I'm sorry. Yo, anybody who's seen Guardian of the Galaxy, you know Drax was standing there just mad still.
Oh fuck.
But yeah, so it's great that you know that about yourself and you're working on it now because it was a super hard lesson for me to learn.
Yeah.
And I encourage men if you just get married, like I know we have a bunch of friends that's just about to get married, just about to have a baby and stuff like that. Communication is key, unfortunately. And
unfortunately,
unfortunately, and even if you feel like it's not gonna make a difference or it's not gonna change things or it's gonna get worse, like push through that feeling and communicate.
Yeah, it's better to just get it out, bros. I'm telling you, and I'm learning like from you, from Kay. What up, Kay? All my guys who, especially the ones that live with their women or are married. I'm trying to listen. I'm trying to see, you know, what you guys are working through, and trying to learn from that because it's important, man. And it because as guys, I can't speak for women, but for us, I got to unlearn a bunch of shit and then try to train myself how to be better at certain things. Because especially since we're a unit now, and we got to effectively, you know, do this thing. I can't just keep it in my head, you know, and that leans to the point that like guys got to talk more to each other. Because the more we share,
That's right. Yes.
Yeah, the more we share,
Yes.
it's like, oh shit, Darren goes through that too. All right, let me you know pick his brain and see how he navigates through it, and let me share my stuff, and you know hopefully you know we hate our women less.
We don't hate our women.
No, all the time.
We
No,
hate
of
you
course
less.
not. Just less.
Yeah, I know we hate you.
Of course, have to hate you.
Yeah, I think you can't hate somebody unless you love them.
Facts. That line is thin.
Yeah.
I'm
Every day.
I'm teetering, baby.
Every day.
You almost had me. My balance is no good. I'm back and forth. It's there, man. But that is only because it's like, I love you. Why are you acting like this?
Yeah.
You know?
You know what's funny? If you think about it, I was at some point in my anger go, I wonder how it is for you. 'Cause
oh, boy.
I know if I don't like you because of you and your peak hours, you must hate me on a daily basis for a number of things.
So true.
Number of things. Take your pick.
You know what the flip, though, is? They probably don't even hate us.
They love us.
I think they love us way more. Like the frequency throughout the day. Like if there's a, you know, how many hours in a day? 24. We're awake for like, I don't know, 12 or some shit, 13.
We're awake for at least 20 hours. No, not 20 hours. No,
so whatever the math is.
like 15.
So out of that day that we're awake, they probably love us 80% of the day. 85. Whereas us, we're straddling 50. The bar slides dependent on.
I'm so happy to leave the house in the morning.
Like,
I'll see you later.
Backflip into the car.
It's true. I've had arguments and like she said like I'm so angry with you, like I'm so mad. I just want to be near you. And it's like
what does that even mean?
Yeah. When I'm so mad at you, I just want to be near you. I want to hug you. And it's like, yo, if I get to the point where I'm mad at you, like you just get out of my head.
Yes.
Leave me alone. Don't call me.
Oh, they love us.
They do.
Hard.
They're so much better than us.
So much better. We're trash.
We're garbage.
But happy Father's Day, regardless. We out here.
We shining.
We shining, huh? Look at me. Oh shit, Jen, you should have been here, man. You messing us up.
We miss you, Jen.
Oh my goodness.
What else you got to talk about, man? I don't even know how much time we've been going.
Me neither. I mean, this is probably gonna be a short podcast because it's,
So we hope.
NBA Finals is on.
Yes.
You why you don't watch basketball again?
I don't know. Again, I'm one of the ones that stopped after Jordan. I've kept up with a couple things here and there and yada yada yada, but yeah.
So at the time of recording this, the Golden State Warriors and the Toronto Raptors are playing Game 6 of the NBA Finals.
Yes.
If the Raptors win, they take the championship.
Are they home?
No, it's in Oakland.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, at Golden State's home. So, yeah, at the moment it's 54-58. Toronto's winning.
All right.
But yeah, they're keeping it tight. Kevin Durant in the last game,
Yeah.
he played,
And injured himself.
re-injured himself, ruptured his Achilles.
So everybody's saying that it's poor management that he came back. He was allowed to come back when he did, which I don't agree with. He's a grown-ass man. He was cleared to play.
Right. He posted on his Instagram after his surgery, hey, look, I wanted to be out there.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that he did that because there's a lot of Monday morning quarterbacking, as they would say, where it's like he was getting busy. He had like 12 points in the first however many minutes, and Golden State was up. It looked like a great decision, right? Until he gets hurt. And now if he didn't get hurt the entire game, not a single person would have said he played too early.
No.
So if he felt like he rehabbed enough and he felt good and he had a decent practice the day before, if the man wants to play in a potential game that they can lose and be out of the finals, let him play.
Yeah.
Let him play. And I don't like that people do that. Like you're gonna shit on an organization without even knowing the particulars. And yeah, was it a poor decision? Maybe, but if the man wanted to be out there to support his team, what's the point of being on the team if you're not going to
He felt
give
good
it all?
enough to play. He made that decision for himself.
Right.
Again, he's a grown ass man who
Yeah.
knows his body better than anybody else.
Right. During football, in high school we were playing, I think both me and Preston sprained our ankles around the same time. I don't even think we missed the game. I think that following week we were playing hobble,
y'all
just
still
less
ran on
reps.
it,
We were still running. So was it a good idea? No, but we didn't want to leave the team hanging.
Yeah.
So it's, you do what you can for your team. But I like that effort, and Golden State was able to pull away a victory still. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's been an exciting finals, and I like the how the playoffs shaped out.
My daughter is she's not a basketball fan anymore. Like she likes it, but she's not.
Is it because of the track interest jumping up? Or? Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Have you taken them to a WNBA game at all?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, a college one.
Okay.
But not a WNBA one.
They're not too expensive, and they play right at Foxwoods.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think Yemi mentioned a few times that he got free tickets to go to the games. That guy, I don't know
This
he does
guy,
it.
man.
Oh, scamming. He's scamming, man.
At his finest.
Yeah, I think it would be dope though to
Yeah, we
to
definitely.
take them to a game if you can get your hands on some tickets. I don't think it's too expensive.
What else you got to talk about? I think
There's some shit that I want to say for when Jen's here. So,
boo.
but yeah. Oh shit! I want to start mentioning more things that are going on in Rhode Island on the podcast. Usually the big stuff, we mentioned like the fights coming up in a couple of weeks, and PVDfest. But even like smaller events, even if it's a reoccurring like wherever Mike Rollins plays the sax district, stuff like that.
BBB Fitness.
Is
at Truth Lounge.
Yeah, and just mentioning more of what's going on in the state.
Yeah.
Just to keep people abreast.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
See, that
peak
switch-
hours are coming.
That switch.
Peak hours.
That switch was like,
Get ready.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, no, because there's so much shit, man. Like, there's a lot going on. Yellow Cup weekend's coming up. So yeah, just to mention more the stuff that's going on.
What's Yellow Cup the weekend again?
My guy Wale Alesh, what up, Wale? He just started his party at his crib, and there's usually the red solo cups. He just want to do yellow, just to be different. People
Stand
would
out.
write their names on it, and it got bigger year
Look at
after
that.
year, and went from a bigger venue, and now they have like I think they're gonna block like a street off in Pawtucket around where some club is. He even got this dope logo that he had made, a 3D print of a cup. That's like the logo now.
Wow.
But yeah, that's going down. And again, the crowd's a little too young for me, but it's something cool to do and be around different people, hear music. But then even the chill shit, art related stuff, jazz related stuff, chill related shit. And I don't know, but just stuff to do.
I got it.
Yeah, 'cause I want to have some fun this summer.
I got it. Me too.
No, you don't.
I kind of do.
You say it, but you don't.
I do.
You say,
I
but
still
you don't.
No, I
So
can't go.
Darren and I are going on a retreat.
Oh,
Actually, not just me and Darren. Sorry.
Yes.
Pause.
Thanks for clarifying that.
We're going on a relaxing retreat next week.
Yes.
Therefore, there will be no podcast episode next week.
Unfortunately,
We will be going to have peace and quiet and
Yes.
really center ourselves and
Yes.
think about how we can bring this podcast and our family dynamic to the next level.
to the next level. We're doing this for you guys.
Yes. So, pardon our absence. Go back and listen to your favorite episode, or if you jumped in late, go back and listen to one of the older episodes. Just share with your friends, you know. Don't miss us too much in our absence, but just know that we're putting our minds
Yes.
in a space that we can
Our
create.
spirit will be with you.
Yes. And we can create better content through that. Okay? This retreat will not go without its benefits for us and also you, in a way. So, yes, next week there will be no episode.
Sometimes you have to leave to come back.
Come on now.
It's just, sometimes you just have to. You feel it.
I was hanging on every word. I was right there with you, bro.
Everybody else was like, "What are they saying? What are they saying?" I hate them. Jen, this is what happens when you're not here, man. We can't have another episode without Jen.
Word, stop being responsible. That was wrong with you. Hey, look, like we said, it's probably gonna be a short podcast.
Yeah,
I got nothing else.
I have
man.
nothing else.
Oh, this is dope. We can just dead this. There wasn't no snacks. We didn't get drunk.
Nobody had to get up to go pee.
We didn't get up to go pee. Jen, we're a mess. We're a mess without you, friend. But fuck it. That's it.
That's it.
Did you plug already?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys know where to find us. You know where to listen to us.
Yeah, it's, PLSDLTHIS. Twitter, the same handle. YouTube, please delete this. Make sure you check it out on YouTube. I actually had a couple people ask me, like, it's weird. They were like, "Oh, we need to see. I want to be able to see you guys and not just hear you guys."
We say every episode that we're on
we
YouTube,
do,
don't
but
we?
it's why do you want to see us? I don't
People
know.
will be because some of the moments, like what Jen said, you really got to see some of this shit.
Yeah, you're right. So yes, shout out to all the graduates this year.
Oh, word,
Those
congrats.
graduating from middle school, going into high school. Those graduating from high school, going into college. Those getting their GEDs. Congratulations to all you guys.
Word.
Make sure you listen and share and on your favorite podcast app, such as Spotify, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, all that other ones that I can't remember at the moment. Anything coming up? But
I was trying to think if there's anything this weekend besides Father's Day. I don't think there's anything.
No, happy Father's Day to all the fathers, stepfathers, grandfathers, soon-to-be fathers, not mothers who are fathers, though.
Nah, that's not a thing.
Do we say happy Father's Day to transgender?
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! That's our line that we crossed, and we shouldn't have.
All right, cool.
It's just happy day. Oh, happy day.
Oh, happy day. Anyways, thank you guys for rocking with us. Jen, we were missed. Hope you'll be back soon. Jen should have an episode just by herself.
No, it'll probably be the best episode.
It would be. This is really good.
I don't
too.
need people knowing that she doesn't need us. That can't. That's not. We can't do that.
Yes. But again, thank you for the support. We appreciate it. Have a great weekend. We will talk to you in a few weeks.
Yeah, gang, gang, gang. Get your tickets to the fight if you haven't already.
Yes.
All right, y'all.
Kaboom.
Yay!